Hi again, everyone. In my last video, I didn't really talk much about myself, so I thought that maybe I could give a little rundown about me in this one. Uh, as I mentioned before, my name is Shelby, and I'm a college student. I'm 18. I'm about to finish up my freshman year, and I can't believe it's gone by so fast, but it happens. Same thing with high school, just gone. So, now more than ever, I'm thinking about, well, what do I want to do after I get out of college? And, well, there seems like there's so many things I could do, but it's hard to pick which one I'm going to do first. So, I am hoping to go for a Asian Studies and Government major, combined major, and I really would like to be a translator, specializing in East Asian languages. I'm in Chinese and Japanese right now, and I plan on continuing uh, Japanese at least to an intermediate level here, hopefully Chinese to advanced. My junior year, I plan on going to Japan for the whole year, study abroad. I'm thinking about going to ICU, which is a small university in right outside Tokyo, but for all intents and purposes, it's in Tokyo. And so I'm really excited about that. I hope everything goes well. It depends on what I get next year and what sorts of factors. But I'd like to be a translator. Maybe work for maybe the State Department or maybe even like other government organizations in the CIA or something of that kind. Or even maybe living over in Japan for a few years and working for something like a publishing company, freelance translation, as silly as that may sound to people who are like my parents. Uh, but, it's good to have, you know, different possible avenues. Uh, I'd also thinking about maybe joining the JET program if I can, get into that. It's a program where they take just recently graduated college students and they pay for them to go to Japan, and you get a job teaching Japanese high school students how to teach them in English. Like, you don't even really need to know Japanese, but I will know plenty of Japanese by that time. But then that sounds pretty cool. Like, I was looking at the course catalog for ICU, and they had a lot of classes about teaching Japanese and teaching language, and that got me thinking. Maybe that's something I could do too. Uh, and because the thing is, I don't want to be stuck doing the same thing all my life. I would get pretty bored pretty fast. And even though I would like doing it, the same thing is stale over time. So I want to have options, and I want to have different things I can do. And among those things is that I'd really like to pursue my actual passion, which is cooking and baking. I love to do it. I recently got into it past few years. In high school, I started baking with my aunt, and it just sort of took off from there. And since then, it's about the only thing I think that kept me sane throughout high school. With all the hard work and stress. If I baked a cake, I felt better. If I cooked dinner instead of just heating up mac and cheese, it was not only to help me keep my stress down, but it kept me relatively healthy. I mean, you'd be amazed on how much junk is in the crap that you eat every day. And when you cook something yourself, you know what's going in it, and you can control and you can personalize it even. So now I try, instead of eating like instant mac and cheese, although I must admit I had that yesterday because like I said, I'm a college student and I don't have very limited cooking resources. But yeah, but my typical dinner at home is I try to eat balanced meals, steamed vegetables, some meat, maybe a starch, rice, potato, or something like that. Uh, and also I try to get creative. I love cooking international dishes. My favorite thing, ethnic cuisine so far, I think it's actually Moroccan food. I really like making Moroccan food. It's got a lot of spice to it. It's got a lot of taste. It's flavorful, and it's pretty easy to do. It's simple. It's mostly spice based, which can be kind of expensive, but it's well worth it to me. Uh, Continuing right along, I didn't mean to get sidetracked, but hopefully sometime I'd like to go to culinary school. I'd love to go to the CIA, or the Culinary Institute of America, which is like the Harvard of culinary schools. And I really want to go there. I want to learn everything about the industry because it seems like something that I wouldn't be stuck in a cubicle. And yeah, I know it's a lot of long, hard hours, on your feet and such. But that's something I didn't have uh, growing up and doing things. It's something that you can actually produce something tangible when you work hard. It's not like you're working for a school, like school homework, and you have a huge paper that in the end all you have is this paper, and you're like not really happy with it, but you just turn it in because you have to. With if I were to be like a chef, I could actually make something tangible that I could really put myself into, and have the end product, and have something real, and then be able to eat it. How great is that? You can eat it. And I know that food makes me happy. When I eat, I'm pretty happy. So I'd like to share that with everyone else in the world too. In the world, but uh, in a restaurant environment. I'd like to, allow people to have delicious food. It's homemade, and it isn't just microwaved or thawed from some frozen producer far away and off in California or something like that. I'm just rambling, but uh, I'm sure you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I hope you do. Uh, I mean, my dream is to open up a cafe, restaurant type spiel where I can. I want it to be small. I don't want it to be too big. Maybe at the most seats 25 people. Well, maybe a little bigger than that. But I'd like to be able to do most of the cooking and baking myself. I want to have fresh, home-baked, from scratch pastries, pies, cakes, cookies, breads available to be bought. And I also want to have like cafe food and for like lunch type meals and such. But at dinner, for dinners, I'd like to have like international dish every the week. Where for a week I make this one dish. It could be like Moroccan, it could be Chinese, it could be Japanese, it could be Israeli, and I just serve it for like a week and give people in the community a taste of different countries and how people what people eat everywhere else in the world. And I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. And I'm sure I'm not original, but I thought that'd be fun to do. Spice things up. And also, I would love to. I prefer to be in a small community. This restaurant, I'm gonna call it the Emerald Violin, by the way. That's the name I've been tossing around. And I want to open up in a small community, and like I want to have like a small like baking or cooking club too, where local kids could like come in and maybe pay like $5 for like materials, and I could teach them how to cook things and bake things, and it'd be a cool thing to do to get like people to meet other people, and because that's what food really means to me. It's not just something you eat. It's something. It's a way to socialize with people over something we all have in common. We all have to eat, and presumably everyone loves delicious food. And I don't think I've ever met anyone who doesn't prefer something homemade. And I think that our culture is slowly losing this feeling, this home cooked feeling. So I want to bring that back in any small way I can. And so yeah, that's what I really would like to do for most of my life, anyway. But yeah, so it doesn't seem very likely. I love my parents, but they're not being very supportive of that idea. More so my dad. But that's not his fault entirely. He's very much the practical, sciencey person, and I'm like going to a liberal arts college and government major. He teases me all about that all the time. But it's a dream. And I don't. Up until before I had this dream, I didn't have anything. So I'd like to pose a question to anyone who wants to, video response me is, what's your dream? What do you want to do? How do you want to change the world? It could be small or big. So, yeah, let me know. Comment or send me a response. Alright, bye.